Is the UK about to get another Prime Minister? Well, with a win in the constituency of Makerfield, Andy Burnham has made his first move. And we've mapped out what could come next. The paths, the hurdles that Andy Burnham will need to jump if he wants to become Prime Minister. So Andy Burnham has been elected the MP for Makerfield. It marks his return to Westminster politics, but crucially means he can now challenge Keir Starmer for the Labour leadership. Now, if he chooses to do that, he would need the backing of at least 81 Labour MPs. But there are a number of things that could happen here, so let's just take each one in turn. The likes of Wes Streeting, Ed Miliband, Angela Rayner, Al Carnes, they could choose to stand against him in any contest, or any of these politicians could choose to trigger a leadership challenge themselves that would then go to a vote of Labour members and affiliated trade unions. And the most popular, the one who gets at least 50% of the vote, would win. But aside from Andy Burnham for a second, a lot of what happens next actually depends on Keir Starmer and what he decides to do. Let's look at some of the options. First, he could choose to fight on if there's a leadership challenge. He would automatically be on the ballot paper. He wouldn't need the backing of 81 Labour MPs. Second, the Prime Minister could quit with immediate effect. There would be a leadership contest without him, and we'd have a caretaker Prime Minister in the meantime. It's worth pointing out at this point that in this scenario, any candidate standing wouldn't just need the 81 Labour MPs, they'd also need the support of some local Labour parties or affiliated trade unions. Third, Keir Starmer could just decide to set out a timetable for his departure from Number 10, say until September this year. That could put off a leadership contest for the time being. Of course, there is also a world in which Keir Starmer decides to run in a leadership race and wins and stays on as Prime Minister. There is also a possibility that nobody decides to move against him, not Andy Burnham, Wes Streeting, or somebody like Angela Rayner. But that does feel increasingly unlikely. Now back to Mr Burnham. Possibly the easiest way for him to become Prime Minister would be for a leadership contest with nobody else standing in it. He'd get an immediate coronation and straight away get the keys to Number 10. It's messy and all a bit overwhelming, but how the next few days play out is basically in the hands of just a few people. And it matters